Season 56, War Number 3. Today we've matched up against an alliance that I cannot pronounce the name of, and the bands are Dust, Kushala, Professor X, Spiral, and Negasonic Teenage Warhead. My team today is Deathless Thanos, Deathless She-Hulk, and Vox, and we are going to be taking Path 1 and then Path 3 today, along with 3 mini-bosses. This is a pretty fun war. My original team was going to look a little bit different, and then we found a mini-boss that we knew we were going to need She-Hulk with the Thanos Synergy for, and the easiest build to get that team was going to be on my account because I have both She-Hulk and Thanos at rank 3, which I believe we only had one other person with the accessibility to those two at rank 3. So I'm going to be using DeJen for this Vox first, and then we're going to be taking a mini boss with her later. I did forget that Vox was tactic originally, and love game lag right on the special activation, just like the Onslaught boss I fought in War 1, to where I just get hit by the special because I can't react to it correctly if the game just kind of freezes like that right before the first hit. So anyway, we eat some DeGen damage, but Vox's DeGens really don't do much damage to you on defense if you get them on you. Not nearly in any way, any kind of comparison to when he is using them on attack. So I don't know what happened there. Like, I used my 4th light attack when I was trying to go for a dash back intercept. Weird inputs. I don't know if my finger slipped or what. Here I'm just trying to get an opening while he's unblockable, and it wasn't working out for me. Got a nice crit there, and this fight's almost over. Just block that. Just trying to get him to go down because, like, dude, this fight's just going horribly. I'm not very not healthy, but it just felt really bad. So, yeah, that fight sucked, but it was not a great performance on my part, but we're moving on to the next one against this Red Skull here on node 10. I was checking Thanos' heavy attack to read exactly how his pulverize works, because I really didn't know exactly how the pulverize mechanic worked, but then I read it and saw what I needed to do, and we're going to go for a heavy chain with Masochism on cooldown. There was a 50-50 on if my stun actually landed there, because he had 5 armors, so that's 10% ability accuracy reduction for each. I did go for the 50-50 and got lucky on it, so that's cool. And at this point, I just need to get some Furies active and go for the special ones, get some Furies. There was some weird thing going on here that I didn't entirely understand, where the order of operations for how the panic debuff works is you will go unstoppable, then you will trigger the panic, then it will register as a block. Because what's happening is every time I block to go unstoppable and place a panic on Red Skull, at the same time he is going to get unblockable and actually hit me as if I never blocked. Which is weird how the order of operations work there, because I was expecting to block and then his next hit be unblockable, but the same exact hit was unblockable as it also considered that I blocked. I can't explain how that worked, but we just took some damage from his medium attack. We got the unstoppable and the panic and everything. It's just really weird how that happened. Anyway, now we're fighting this Peni Parker on the new node 21, which has encroaching stun. This is a really easy fight. The only thing we need to worry about, well, is encroaching stun. The cowardice does not matter. Vox really doesn't care about his special damage at all. He only cares about the DeGens he's going to place afterwards. And I'm not even going to worry about consuming the DeGens back. I'm only worried about encroaching stun, which we are going to prevent with that SP1 right there. And she's just going to go down eventually. We have the Undermine that is just permanent, so Peni just can't do anything auto-block wise. And then she goes down in just under a minute. Now we're going to fight Sentinel on node 30, which I'm going to be entirely frank with you, this is maybe the worst defensive placement I think I have ever seen. Because not only are you encouraging a champ who uses red numbers against Sentinel, who already encourages red numbers, because of how tanky he is with both crit resist and armor. You are also encouraging to alternate lights and mediums, which Sentinel also encourages. Because this node has combat issue disintegration, you do not want to alternate lights. You do want to alternate lights and mediums, you don't want to duplicate them, which Sentinel already wants you to do. So it's just weird. There are like two nodes that are just trying to encourage a counter that would already be a counter to Sentinel anyway. So I just thought it was funny because, yeah, Vox completely rips this fight to shreds. And yeah, the nodes are just really weird on it. So we do have to deal with his armor ups, which are actually very scary. Here he's going to be at 2 bars, and I need him to drop another special too. He does. And then I get Blexterity'd. And I'm like, oh no. I swear if I'm dead here, I'm going to lose my mind. The game thought I blocked. Well, I don't even know what happened. It's just like I was blocking, and then I went to go for the dex, and then nothing happened. I just ate the hit. Like, I didn't finish with blocking. I didn't dex at all. I just, like, I was blocking, and then I tried to dex, and then I eat the hit. It happens with a lot of specials sometimes. I don't know. I guess I just was late. But anyway, that felt bad. I lost literally 60% of my health because of that. Literally thought I was going to die in the moment, but I didn't, so that's nice. Now we're fighting this Killmonger on node 40. Thanos is really good for Killmonger, and then you have the panic debuff to counter the Mixmaster node. Whenever Thanos goes unstoppable, he is going to place a panic. Panic prevents miss and evade. So we just trigger the unstoppable via counter punch, which we can do very consistently because of just blocking Killmonger's medium attack or his final hit of his special, which is really easy on Killmonger's special one. A little bit harder on the SP2 unless you want to take a bit of extra block damage. And yeah, this Killmonger can't do much. Like, we're not critting that much because of his crit resistance, but it doesn't even matter because we're doing so much damage in orange anyway. And now we're going to do damage in red because we are doing about 8,000 plus damage in red every half second with those corrosions. And this Killmonger goes down in just under a minute, just like that. Okay, so now the fight that determines my entire team, which is going to be this rank 4 Onslaught on Hazard Shift, Poison, and Rupture. There's only one champion in the entire game that is immune to both Poison and Rupture at the same time, and that is Deathless She-Hulk with the Deathless Thanos synergy. Your only alternative if you want to be immune to both of these effects is with Lady Deathstrike, because for some weird reason she goes Rupture immune when she triggers her regen from the opponent's special, which is not going to be a very effective way of countering Onslaught, and she's not good at fighting Onslaught in general. So there, I don't know what the hell happened. I ate a heavy attack, I lost my invul boost. I didn't react to the heavy fast enough. That one was 100% on me. I just did not react very fast. So that sucked. My invul boost is gone, but the rest of the fight's gonna go really well. Deathless She-Hulk is really, really good at fighting Onslaught in general, because you want him to drop his special one as soon as he gets it, so that he's not just dancing around and then eventually throws it when you don't expect, which is something that Onslaught tends to do quite a bit. So if you have a bit more control over his special activation, which Deathless She-Hulk does via her traumas, it's going to be a nice little counter tool for this fight. So we do have a Daunted on me, meaning I do not need to worry about trying to get the Crush on myself for willpower or getting the Organic Magnetism on myself for willpower, because our willpower is already gone. So I don't even know why I said you don't have to worry about it. It's just don't do it, because at that point there's no benefit at all. Like, normally you might try to get Organic Magnetism or Crush on yourself to benefit from willpower, and now there's no willpower to benefit from. So we're just gonna get the Crush on ourselves and have to deal with it. No positive outcome from that, which is fine, but anyway, Onslaught's almost dead. And I didn't even know this was a rank 4 Onslaught until I pulled up to the fight. I was like, oh wow, that's gonna be fun. So it was fun. I actually thought that was a really cool fight, and I'm really glad I got to take DeJen to clobber Onslaught like that. So my last fight this war is going to be against Arcade on node 49. this is a really easy fight with Vox. I've been doing this for many seasons of Alliance War now. All you have to do is power start 1, get a Dex buff just as an expiring buff, so you can place the degeneration on your first SP1. At that point, you're going to have the Undermine, and once you have Undermine versus Arcade and you're poison immune, there's like no threat left. So, horrendous game lag there. Kind of scared me, but I knew I avoided the first of the heavy, so there wasn't going to be anything in the moment that would have been really bad. So now I'm going to Dex the special ones, get myself a bunch of extra Dex buffs, which are just going to turn into extra degens, which is really nice. There is one extremely key factor in this fight that you do need to change your playstyle for, and that is you are never going to consume your degens back into intensifies. You want them to expire. The reason for that is because if you do not let them expire and you consume them back into intensifies, you're not placing any more degens to get polka dot power fueling again. Because if you don't know how Vox works, you want to place degens and then consume them back. Place degens, consume them back. However, on this fight, if you consume them back, you're eventually not going to have any polka dot power fuel anymore. So we need to let these degens expire so that we can continue to reach 1 bar of power. Which we are going to do just fine. So this Arcade is almost dead. We go for the Relic here, and he's gone. Super easy, clean fight. And that is my War 3. I'm recording this with the war currently active. I don't know who's going to win or lose, but I do know that we are fighting modders in this war. So that's fun. I'm basically just expecting to lose because they've taken multiple fights that are just completely impossible. They took Node 46 Serpent with Mr. Sinister, which is unheard of, and Node 49 Bullseye with Iceman, which is actually very possible. However, they finished with 100% health, which means that you have to dex every single SP1 and not take a single tick of brute force. Which I don't know about you, but I do not believe that is a thing that happened. So yeah, they've done so many sketch things this war. It means we're probably just going to lose and have to suffer because they're going to get docked at the end of the season, but we're not going to get any points back because the stupid system doesn't get any points back. Like, we just have to suffer for fighting modders and deal with it. Just like how we lost our Masters title 2 seasons ago. Anyway, rant aside, don't mod. It's stupid. You're going to get docked at the end of the season, and you just piss every single person you match up against off. So, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.